What if I told you the map to a truly fulfilling life wasn't about some grand plan for the future, but about rediscovering something you lost a long, long time ago? Seriously, the biggest clues to who you're meant to be, they're not out there somewhere. They're hidden in your own past.
Think about it. We all had those things as kids, right? Those obsessions we would pour hours and hours into. We tend to just write them off as silly phases or kid stuff. But what if they were actually profound signals from our deepest, most authentic selves?
I mean, take Marie Curie. At just 4 years old, she was totally captivated by the tools of science in her father's study. She wasn't just playing around. She was having this deep, visceral reaction. This wasn't some random interest. It was a primal inclination, an early flash of the person she was born to become.
You know, the psychologist Abraham Maslow actually had a name for these feelings. He called them impulse voices, and he believed these were the purest expressions of who we are, these clear, powerful signals of our unique wiring before they get all muddied up and infected by what other people want for us.
It's a really powerful idea, isn't it? So if these voices are so crystal clear when we're kids, what happens? Why do so many of us feel like we just lost that signal completely?
Well, as we grow up, our own inner compass starts competing with this absolute storm of external noise. Suddenly, you've got the voices of your parents, your friends, the culture around you, all telling you what you should want, who you should be, and what success is supposed to look like.
And here's the critical point. This isn't just some harmless part of growing up. As the author Robert Greene says, this disconnection from our authentic self, that is so often the root cause of deep unhappiness and that nagging sense of aimlessness we can feel as adults.
But there is hope. And what's really fascinating is that ancient philosophy actually gives us a key to start tuning back into that lost signal. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus made this direct link between education and freedom. But his definition of educated was totally radical. It had absolutely nothing to do with classrooms or diplomas. See, for the Stoics, a real education isn't about cramming your head full of facts. It's the practical skill of understanding yourself and learning how to live an authentic life, one that's guided by your own reason and your own values. It's the ultimate kind of self-knowledge.
And this brings us to an incredible conclusion. True freedom isn't about having more choices or options. It's the ability to finally quiet all that external noise so you can hear the voice that has been yours from the very beginning, the voice of your own uninfected passions.
And this isn't just some philosophical nice-to-have either. It's a biological reality. This inner voice is literally embedded in your nature.
Robert Greene calls this guiding force the voice. He argues that it comes directly from your unique DNA and your brain's wiring. It's like a seed that was planted at birth and it wants to grow, constantly nudging you toward the thing you are meant to do, what he calls your life's task.
Now, choosing to ignore this internal guidance system, well, it comes at a really steep price. It often leads to a life that just feels like a pale imitation of someone else's. It's a recipe for unhappiness, envy, and that persistent feeling that something really important is just missing. Okay, so this sounds great, but how do we actually start this journey back? How do you even begin to hear that voice again after years and years of static? It really just begins with one single, simple action.
It's all about translating the form of your childhood passion into the function of your adult life. So it's not about quitting your job to go play with Legos again. It's about finding the essence of what you loved. The puzzle solving, the building, the creativity, and figuring out how to apply that to the world you live in right now.
So here's your first move, your actionable advice. Don't just sit there and think about it, do it today. Reconnect with one single activity you used to absolutely love as a kid. And while you're doing it, just listen. Pay attention to the feeling it creates. Notice that impulse voice. That's the signal you've been missing.
In all of this, it really just leaves us with the most important question of all. It's a question that only you can answer, but one that could honestly change everything. What voice have you forgotten?